Well, oh yeah, hold. Okay, we're in session and calls number 325-750. Case is style of state of Texas versus Robert Ray Hill. We have Mr. Hill, who is present. Mr. Hill, is your full name Robert Ray Hill?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Hill, how are you doing?
I'm fine.
That's good, Mr. Hill. You're here represented by your attorney, Attorney Kent Jones. Attorney Jones, how are you doing?
I'm doing great this morning.
That's good. And the state is represented by Attorney Blake Ham. Mr. Ham, how are you doing?
Doing well, thank you, Your Honor.
Now, before we get started, in clause number 325-750, I have a motion that has been filed by the defense. It's titled Motion for Recusal or Alternatively Transfer. In this case, it's filed by Mr. Jones
Your Honor,
on March 31st of 2022.
Your Honor, we will withdraw the motion. We have no, I believe I misread the cases. I don't know. In other words, we would withdraw that motion. Your Honor.
Okay, you withdrawing your motion to recuse?
Yes.
Okay.
And transfer.
Now, let me ask you, sir, are you waiving any conflict of interest that this court may have in this
Wait,
case?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, are you waiving any conflict of interest?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Now. Okay, now, Mr. Hill, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Hill, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
All right, you may put your hand down. Now, state, you announcing the bench trial?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, Mr. Johns, are you waiving Mr. Hill's right to have a trial by jury?
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
Okay. State, are you ready?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense, are you ready?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Now, Mr. Ham, would you please read the information?
Yes, Your Honor. In the name and by authority of the state of Texas, I am now the undersigned Assistant Criminal District Attorney of Jefferson County, Texas, on behalf of the state of Texas, and presents into the county court at law of Jefferson County, Texas, that in Jefferson County, Texas, Robert Ray Hale, hereafter styled the defendant, heretofore on or about December 27th, 2019, did then and there unlawfully and with intent to place Michelle Bennett, hereafter styled the complainant, in fear of imminent serious bodily injury, threatened to commit an offense involving violence to the complainant, namely by pointing a gun at complainant and telling complainant he was going to kill her. At the time of commission of offense, the defendant and complainant having been in a relationship against the peace and dignity of the state.
Mr. Hale, how do you plead? Not guilty, guilty, or no contest?
Your Honor, he pleads not guilty.
Okay, you entered a plea of not guilty, is that correct? Okay, now, state, would you like to make an opening statement?
Your Honor, state waives open.
Defense?
We waive opening, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Ham, you may call your first witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. State calls Michelle Bennett.
No response.
State, you have another witness?
No, Your Honor, the state rests.
Okay, defense, you,
We move for an instructed verdict. Your Honor.
okay, that motion will be granted. Mr. Hill, you've been acquitted of these charges. I'll be signing a motion for an instructed verdict. You're free to go. If you need to get a copy of the motion for instructed verdict, you can wait around and we'll have it in a few minutes.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, okay. You have a blessed day, Mr. Hill, and you have a blessed day, Mr. Jones.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Bailey, would you please call Joseph Broussard? Okay, the court is in session and calls number 326-370. The case is styled, the state of Texas versus Joseph Kevin Broussard Jr. Mr. Broussard, is that your full name?
Yes.
How are you doing, Mr. Broussard?
All right.
That's good. Mr. Broussard, you're representing your case by attorney LaKayla Friday, who she's appearing via Zoom. Ms. Friday, how are you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Ms. Friday, Mr. Broussard's case is on the court's trial docket. What is your announcement?
I filed a motion for withdrawal that I would like the court to consider.
We had a. Hold on a minute. When was it filed?
It was accepted this morning. It was filed over the weekend.
Is that? You need to make 2 copies. Mr. Broussard.
Yes.
A copy. Now, Mr. Broussard, this is a motion to withdraw that was filed by your attorney, Ms. Friday. Have you been served prior to the court giving you that copy?
No.
Okay, what we're gonna do is, we're gonna allow you to have a seat in the gallery. Take some time and read it, and then when we're ready, we'll have you to come back up,
Come back up for what?
up to the bench to see whether or not you opposed or not opposed to the motion. Okay, so just have
Well,
a
I mean,
seat.
it doesn't matter about this because I'm firing Kayla Friday. She's,
Well-
she's manipulated.
Okay, so
She's been
let me just, hold on,
manipulated by
Mr.
He,
Hold on a minute. Now, Mr. Broussard, so you're telling the court that you want to get another lawyer? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, well, time to find a lawyer that won't be manipulated by the state. That's gonna be hard because I've had to deal with this before, and I've had the same problem with the lawyer will tell you all these lies, and they'll allow the state to, doctor evidence and destroy
Okay,
evidence.
so let me,
Yeah.
so you want another lawyer? Is that correct? You're not
I want a
opposed?
chance. No,
Okay.
I'm not gonna do a plea.
Okay, I'm not,
But I
that,
don't want her protecting me because she's.
okay,
she hasn't
Mr.
been-
Broussard.
She hasn't been.
Mr.
she's not
Broussard,
going
Mr.
to.
Broussard, please, respond to my questions.
Okay.
Okay,
Sorry.
I haven't said anything. My question is, and this is a yes or no answer to this question. Are you opposed to Ms. Friday withdrawing as counsel in your case?
If I post it, no.
Okay, well, Ms. Friday, your motion will be granted. And Mr. Broussard, we are going to reset your case to give you an opportunity to hire an attorney.
I will be going to the press after this.
Okay,
because I think I'm
Mr.
really
Broussard,
being-
Mr. Broussard, did I ask you a question?
No, I'm just making.
Okay,
notice that-
don't make any statements right now. Right now, whatever you're gonna do, that's between you and your attorney. What the court is trying to establish is that the fact that you don't want this lawyer and you wanna hire another lawyer, okay?
I'm gonna try to hire another lawyer.
Okay, and how much,
Like I said,
hold
I
on,
don't
let me
know if
ask
I
you
can
this here.
find
Let me ask you this here. How much time do you think you would need to hire an attorney?
I don't know. I mean, I would have to go out and look for attorneys that are not lying to me about
Okay,
being on the same side as the state.
okay, let me do this
And
here.
how is? how am I supposed to
Mr.
do that?
Broussard, I'm going to, normally we give you 30 days, I'm going to give you 60 days. And in 60 days, when you come back, we'll revisit to see whether or not you have hired an attorney to represent you,
Yes, sir.
okay? So, please stand on the 4X. Your case is gonna be reset for 60 days. Once your case is reset for 60 days, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day.
May I be excused, Your Honor?
Yes.
Thank
You're
you.
gonna put him on an announcement document. Yeah, okay, hold on. Sign this here.
You want me to hold, Judge?
No, you're free to go as well, and you have a blessed day. And
Thank
you
you.
release, okay. What's the date? April 4th.
Was supposed to say April. Oh, no, never mind. Never mind.
Shall be allowed to. Here you are.